call it straight. The Jets fucked the pooch. They totally messed up that John Franklin Myers trade last year, and now it's time to use a reverse Uno card to try to bring it all back together. We'll propose a trade to the Denver Broncos. We'll see if they accept it. We need to bring it back. Boy Green Daily starts now.
I'm going to lose my gosh darn bananas. Boy Green Daily starts now. Zoinks!
Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Let's go!
Put your seatbelts on. Get ready for the ride. We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Paul Esden Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. Welcome to Boy Green Daily, a daily New York Jets video show, also available wherever you get your podcast. Welcome to the last day of May and the weekend. It's great to have you. We have a full article in the YouTube description down below on my trade proposal from the New York Jets. I'm representing them, of course, and sending it to the Denver Broncos because we need John Franklin Myers back. If you're watching on YouTube, like the video, hit subscribe, spread the love of all things Boy Green Daily. We're trying to make a chase to 10,000 subscribers. Every little bit helps. Appreciate you. Today's also your last day for raffle tickets. More on that later, though. Let's get into this JFM story. And let's go back to messing it all up. And that is this. Last year, the New York Jets make a trade for Haason Reddick. I know we don't want to talk about that name anymore, but it's going to come up because the Jets play the Broncos in Buccaneers, excuse me. We'll get to the Broncos. The Jets play the Buccaneers in week 3. So we'll hear more of the Haason Reddick story. But it's an integral piece of this JFM story. So the Jets trade for Haason Reddick from the Eagles, conditional third-round pick, 2026. We all know what happened. And as soon as the Jets traded for Haason Reddick, Joe Douglas, then general manager, came out. And real quick, the audio is sounding a little thin. Okay. Let me, 1 second here, folks. Let me go to the backup mic then. My apologies. All right. 1 second, folks. My apologies. Testing. Okay, hopefully that's better for you guys. Is that good? Make sure you guys give me a little, booyah, if that's better for you guys. All right. I think so. Okay, looks good. Okay. All right, there you go. No, I have 2 mics for people that are asking. The one that you see on camera, which is it's all good. That's good to know. I have a mic right here, and also with the way better, awesome. And we also have my brand new camera has a professional mic on it too. So sometimes I use that one, but I'll use this one today. Anywho, the point is that the Jets made a trade for the Haason Reddick last year. Conditional 2026 pick, whatever. They get him. Joe Douglas comes out and says at the time, this quote, when we made the trade for Reddick, we knew it was going to be next to impossible to keep JFM at his salary. So the Jets, after acquiring Haason Reddick, immediately go to JFM and say, hey, JFM, we want you to stay. Would you take a pay cut? And then apparently where a certain pay cut was willing to be done and where the Jets were, geez, too big of a gap. All right, let's give them away for a half-eaten bag of Cheetos. And that's exactly what happened. The Jets just find any random partner. They're like, oh, the Broncos? Sure. And they gave him away for a 6th-round pick. A friggin' 6th-round pick. That's all they got for old John Franklin Myers. And this was a double dick punch for the Jets. Not only did Haason Reddick obviously suck, right, for the Jets, and I get this is hindsight, but I'm just saying, so you bring in Haason Reddick, he holds out for the rest of the offseason, he holds out for half of the season, when he finally shows up, he stinks, and then he just left in free agency to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, so that was a net negative. Haason Reddick was immediately terrible, but why it was a double punch is because JFM, who he traded to the Broncos for a 6th-round pick, was awesome. He's coming off a career year. Most sacks he ever had, 7 sacks. John Franklin Myers appeared in all 17 games. PFF had him as the 4th best pass rusher among defensive linemen. He had the 6th best overall PFF grade of any defensive lineman last year. JFM was friggin' awesome. So, Reddick sucks. JFM, amazing. So not only did you go from here where you had JFM and you're like, geez, we dropped to here. Then JFM went to here. And we need him back ASAP. So here's my proposal. Okay? Remember, right? So the Jets make this trade last year around the draft, and the Jets call up the Broncos, or however it happens, and we get a 6th-round pick in 2026. It's next year's draft. We haven't even seen that pick yet, but it's next year's draft. So I'm going to call up the Broncos. All right? And old George Payton picks up the phone. What the hell? Who's this? We're like, hey, man, we want JFM back. You know, it's like the movie Draft Day. We want all our picks back. And here's what I say. Okay, all right. Here's this, right? You gave us a 6th-round pick. You just got an awesome year from JFM, a career year. We look like idiots. How about this? We'll give you a 5th-round pick in 2026. Here's how it works, right? So we got a 6th for JFM initially. We give them a 5th. So basically we just drop around if you look at it that way. And we obviously we look like an idiot for the trade in general. Doing this would make us look like an idiot again because we just got back the same player and had to give up a higher round pick for the same player back. But here's what you'd be like, why is Denver going to do that? Here's why. Okay. So according to the Broncos people out there, all right, the Broncos people out there, the Broncos have defenders to pay. Here are the Broncos defenders they have to pay. Zach Allen, the defensive lineman, and Nick Bonito. And JFM if they're to keep him. JFM's in the last year of his deal because after he joined the Broncos last year, he ripped up his contract and signed a brand new 2-year deal, 2 years with no extension. Just 2 years was the only years on the contract for $15 million. Now he's in the last year of that deal. And the Broncos got to start paying people. And he can't pay everybody. So I say, okay, we can help you out. Remember this. George Payton, the Denver Broncos GM, and Darren Mucci, they're best buds. Mucci was Payton's right-hand man for 4 years. Mucci was in Denver for 13 years, man. He's got a lot of connections over there. There you go. It's all interconnected. So call up your old buddies, get JFM, because here's the honest truth, that the Jets have depth issues at defensive end and defensive tackle. Both, right? Quinton Williams, okay, he's pretty good. But who's defensive tackle too? We don't know. Let's go to defensive end. We got Jermaine Johnson, Will McDonald, but who's the 3rd defensive end? We don't know. So that's what I'm saying. You can fix a wrong from the past. Let's go to our therapist, say, hey, we need to go on this tour of like apologizing to people, say, we fucked the pooch here, and we need to fix this. And for people saying, well, what's John Franklin Myers' story? He's only 28, man. 28 years of age. He's still young. He's still fresh. Aaron Glenn doesn't have to check an ID. We're all good, baby. He's 28. So bring JFM home. We already know he's good. He could play defensive tackle. He could play defensive end. He's still young. He's coming off a career year. And Ted is saying, I think we're overrating a JFM here. How? I'm offering a 5th-round pick. I'm not offering a 1st-round pick. I don't know how we're overrating it. I'm not sure I understand. We're giving up a 5th-round pick. And we need depth at defensive tackle, defensive end. It is a questionable position at this point. And he was a really good player. I'm not saying he's going to the Hall of Fame. I'm not saying anything like that. But we need solutions, and solutions are not available. So, JFM, you know who he is. You've been around him. Now, understandably, the previous regime that was all goo goo gaga initially for JFM is gone. Jared B says Denver isn't letting JFM walk. I disagree. Again, they've got those 3 players to pay. They've got more players to pay beyond that. I'm just picking 3 defenders. They've got a lot of people to pay. They can't pay everybody. And who would be the one that they would let go? the one that came in as a mercenary or the ones they drafted? If you had to power rank them, I feel like JFM is last on that list, and thus the Jets can take advantage. They can help them because here's the thing. Let's say the Broncos can't re-sign JFM. Then they lose him anyway. So why not get something for him instead of potentially getting nothing? I say help the Broncos out. Hey, Broncos, you won this deal, right? You only won this deal because you got a player for a cheap price. Okay? You got him for a cheap price. And you got him for a great. You had one good. The year is in. The year already happened. The year just happened. It was awesome. An awesome year for JFM that you guys got. And you haven't paid the price yet. The 6th-round picks in 2026. So you got the awesome year. And then on top of getting an awesome year, instead of giving up a 6th-round pick, you're actually going to get a 5th-round pick. You move up around in the draft. You're like, sweet. This is the best double deal of all time. I don't know, man. Jets Worldwide says, has JFM cleaned up his penalty problems, and is he built for this shit? Is he Aaron Glenn material?
Here's what I do know. We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
That's a good question. I was trying to see here. I'm on PFF. I'm not... I thought I knew where penalties were, but I guess not. So I don't see it here for JFM. But again, all the other numbers look pretty gosh darn good here for John Franklin Myers, which I like. But is he built for this shit? That I don't know. And then people will say, well, scheme. Well, Steve Wilkes just said they're going to cater their scheme to the talent on the team. So JFM, Price is Right style, come on down. Boom. Give us some JFM. So I am all about it. John Franklin Myers. Take me home where I belong. New York City / New Jersey. Take me home. That's it. I want JFM back, baby. I want my picks back. Yes. Hep says, what's JFM's new contract? So it was a 2-year deal for $15 million. $10 million was guaranteed, and most of that was from last season, so he's got 1 year left on it. I'll give you the specifics. All right. Nope. Not John Simpson, thank you. We'll evaluate that story on a different day. John Franklin Myers contract. Let's see what this big bastard is owed. Okay. All right. He's a $10 million cap hit, but $7.3 million base salary. Okay, he's got the $2 million signing bonus. That looks like that was paid. He's got like a $500,000 roster bonus, $100,000 workout bonus. Yeah, this is totally doable. Yeah. He's got active game day bonuses of $30,000 per game. That translates to $510,000. Yeah, I'm all aboard. Yeah, all the numbers check out. The calculator, beep, boop, pop. Yep. Numbers check out for me, baby. Yeah, again, Joe Douglas, you could say one of Joe Douglas's best moves was finding John Franklin Myers in the trash heap, a waiver wire claim. Who the hell's this? Dust it off, and then boom, throw it on the team. But you could also say one of his worst moves, perhaps the worst move, was trading friggin' John Franklin Myers for a half-eaten Snickers bar. What were you doing? The interior defensive line rotted the team last year. It absolutely rotted the team from within and destroyed the unit. EZ said that a couple of times during us on the show. I agree. I concur. Yes, it was an epic disaster. Williams says, will the Broncos deal with us? Why wouldn't they? Darren Mucci, our GM, was there for 13 years. Him and George Payton, the Broncos GM, are tight. Payton talked about that at the Combine. Why wouldn't they deal with us? Again, it works out for everybody. JFM's coming off a career year, and people are arguing, well, he would just stay in Denver. Maybe. But again, they have people to pay. So maybe they're going to chase all out for a championship here and say, we're better with JFM than without JFM. If we lose him for nothing next year, so be it. But maybe they're thinking 10 steps ahead and go, you know what? Okay, we may lose a little something here with JFM when we trade him back to the Jets, but hey, we've got insert guy ready to step up. Younger guys. Maybe. I don't know. To me, defensive line depth is an issue. The Jets and Broncos have a working relationship. It makes a lot of sense. Bring him home. You know what he is. Yes. And again, we effed the pooch. We effed the pooch on that one. No question about it. We blew it. JACK. We never should have gotten rid of JFM. I concur. I agree. But we did. And to hear that the only reason we got rid of him was because we acquired Hassan Reddick is even worse. It's not like the Jets had some foresight here and said, geez, we got to trade JFM for this reason or this reason. Literally like, shit, we can't fit him anymore. Oh, well, I guess we got to trade him. And then they just gave him away, man. Just gave him away. What in the world? Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. By the way, speaking of unbelievable, first off, two things here. I am heading off to a wedding immediately after the show, the New England area. So I will, if any of you are over there, I'll say holler. But we'll be dipping out as soon as the show's over. I'm hopping in the car, taking the family to a wedding, and we'll be gone for the next couple of days. But Boy Green Daily, I'm packing up the podcast booth. We're coming. Hop on Pop, by the way, for those like, it's a Saturday. Where's Hop on Pop? He'll be on. We're going to have a double dip. Tomorrow, we're going to have NFL insider Matt Lombardo and Hop on Pop. NFL insider Matt Lombardo will join us for like the first 30 minutes, and then Pop will join us for the latter 30 minutes, and then the phone lines will be open when Pop is on. So, yeah, it's going to be crazy. Looking forward to it. So, there's your chat update. Or a cast update. Alon says, isn't Tyler Barron supposed to play the JFM role? We need a third edge and a legit number one stuffer. I'll get to the latter part first. We do need a third edge. We do need someone who's a legit run stuffer, and I don't think that is what JFM brings to the table. But he just brings so much more that I appreciate that piece. And to go back to your Tyler Barron point, maybe, but a late fifth-round pick saying, hey, didn't we crown Michael Clemens as the JFM replacement? Well, that didn't work out. And now we're like, oh, no, don't worry. A late fifth-round pick is going to be the answer. Maybe it is, but I don't know. Not too sure about that one. Dave Brigger says, I'm not bringing guys back who have won nothing. Well, I mean, they went to the playoffs last year. We haven't done that in 1,000 years. But won nothing like what? Like a Super Bowl? We saw what that did. We brought Jordan Whitehead in. Hey, you won a Super Bowl with Tampa Bay. That didn't mean dick. That didn't mean bupkis. So I'm not sure how that plays a role. But like it's Loserville, you know. What did Aaron Glenn win in Detroit? What that doesn't make any sense. Come on now. What are we talking about? And yes, Bryce Huff to the San Francisco 49ers. Makes all the sense in the world. Reuniting with Saleh, who he had 10 sacks with. I'm sure he'll jump right back in. I would have loved that. I have not seen what the final pick is going to be, but that would have been nice. But if we're talking about run stuffing, obviously Bryce Huff ain't helping in that department, despite what he may say. I love Jadeveon Clowney, so for the people giving Jadeveon Clowney, you're speaking of my language. Yeah, I'm a big Jadeveon Clowney guy. So I appreciate that. And by the way, big shout out to Connor Long yesterday. I did a little video on it. That is amazing. Shout out to Connor Long for the big scoop. First off, I was incredibly confused because someone was sending me something from the Jake Asman show, and I'm like, that's not Jake Asman, that's Connor Long. And what's he doing hosting the show? Like, if he's on the show as a guest, like, okay, well, why not? Connor Long's great. But, like, I was super confused. I'm like, Connor Long is Jake and Jeremy Fowler? What's going on? They were like, oh, yeah, Jake was out, so he had some fill-in hosts. I'm like, oh, cool. So, yeah, to have Jeremy Fowler on the show and then break a big news nugget. Holy friggin' crap. Connor Long, again, I joke that he's coming for all our jobs. I don't think I'm joking. He is coming. So, let's go. Yeah. Beautiful. For Lily and Big D, let's pour one out. Good morning, all, and happy birthday to the last Jets quarterback to bring us a Super Bowl. HB, Broadway Joe. Yeah, there we go. I've got a Super Bowl Broadway Joe Namath jersey in my closet. I don't get to wear it very often. I don't just like, bringing it back at any time. We got it up here. Oh, yeah, baby. The replica Super Bowl III championship ring. One day. Let me see if I can try to get the camera focused on it. Yeah. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, look at the diamonds that are not real on this particular ring. But yeah, Look at that. We're going to get back to this, and there'll be even more bling on it when we finish up. But look at that. Super Bowl 3. This is actually the replica Namath one. It has Namath right there. I don't know if it shows up on camera here, but there's Namath. Namath replica Super Bowl ring. So shout out to Joe Namath. Let's read this thing. We have New York Jets, world champions. One day, folks. One day. All right. We're going to get back to this. It's going to be the greatest thing of all time. Good things come to those who wait. We've been through so much bullshit throughout this show's history and the Jet Zone and just as Jet fans in general. It's going to all be worth it because one of the days it's going to come. It's not a matter of if, it's when. I know it. Before I get put into the earth, I am seeing the New York Jets win at least one Super Bowl, maybe more. It's happening, 100%. Oh, almost got the ring stuck. That would have been bad. Okay, so salute. Just salute to Joe Willie. Joe Willie. Alon says, hey, BG, we don't even have a fifth in 2026. Let's pull it up. Let's look at Jets future picks. What do we have? Let's pull up Jets future draft picks. All right. Let's see here. What do we got? Okay, 2026 picks. All right, we've got a 1, a 2, a 4, and 4 sixes. Okay, well, we can figure it out. Okay, I guess I'm an idiot, and we don't have a fifth. I forgot about that, but we'll figure it out. The Brandon Codrington trade. I forgot about that one, which was a swap or any of that. Oh, the Tyler Barron thing. That's the thing I forgot. Someone brought that up earlier. My apologies. So, yeah, this is what we have in 2026. We have a first, a second, a fourth, and 4 sixes, which is our 6th-round pick, the Ravens, the Broncos, and the Bills. So, there you go. Well, we'll work it out, okay? I'm an idiot. I'll have to, I guess, update that on the official sheet. Or 2027, huh? 2027, that fifth is still available. There you go. We'll put a delay on that. Yeah. Okay, I'm an idiot. All right. Well, we already knew this. Yeah, that's it. That's it. What William said. Details. Don't let logic ruin a great story, Alon. Don't let it ruin a great story. Shout out to Pop. He's in the chat. Hey, now. There you go. Very nice. Yeah, BMAC is still in here. Hey, BMAC has been representing. We did the Knicks live show yesterday. I saw BMAC in there, so very nice. Well represented. Oh, yeah, there you go. Pop is back in the United States of America. There you go. Sweet. Very nice. He's been traveling all over the gosh darn place. Jared B. Paul, what Jets jersey? My throat will be slit if I wear a Jets jersey, but I'll try to sneak some sort of Jets gear and maybe underneath, and then just at one point go, yeah, Jets. But no, I will be killed if I wear my Jets there. So we will see. Oh, well, BMAC likes Pops. That's very nice. Okay. Yes. Let's address this. For those who may be confused, Jets Worldwide jumps in, a member of the Boy Green Comfort Club. By the way, real quick, we got 200 people in the room. Like the video, hit subscribe, baby. Appreciate it. What are these crowns with numbers next to them? So this is a new invention from YouTube. And on every live show, in our particular case, it's every day, we reset the marker. And the people that are the most interactive by comments and super chat, super stickers get the crown. And they're like the fan of the day, basically. And I believe there's a top 3, and it changes throughout the show based on how many super chats, super stickers, and comments you've made. So, yeah, it's a new addition from YouTube. So, blessed be he. Cool. That's a cool feature. Yeah, again, Connor Long deserves all the love for breaking that yesterday. I wrote a story about it, linked back to all his stuff, and we did a YouTube short about it. It was also on Instagram. Yeah. He deserves all the love. That was a great get. Great get. Jets Worldwide. Fields in a ring? Could be. I saw Alan Lazard has a ring now. That's because apparently he's engaged now with the rest of us. But hey, we will. Poor Lily's like, but what about us old folks? Are we going to see it? Yeah. You'll see. You'll see it for sure. You'll definitely see it. 1,000%. I'll tell you, speaking of Joe Namath's birthday, this was just cool. It was a couple years ago. But Rich Cimini, I know you guys all have varying feelings on Rich Cimini. I love Rich. He's covered the team for the longest period of time. And as we talked about the last time we talked to him this offseason, he is one of the longest tenured beat reporters for a team currently in America. Like he's in the top 4 or something. Like it's crazy. And for, I believe it was Joe Namath's 80th birthday. You guys can go look it up. Rich Cimini went to Joe Namath's house and did this full piece. It was super cool. I really enjoyed it. So that part I really enjoyed. That was a lot of fun. So go check out that piece if you haven't seen it. Keep it simple, RC. Fields have a career year. Buy or sell. Buy. And here's why. And for the people that may say, that's stupid. Here's why. Whoa. Buy or sell Fields to have a career year. Well, let's break that down. How many games do you think Justin Fields is starting? Injuries aside, which is a dangerous thing to do since Justin Fields has never played a full season, but injuries aside, Tyrod ain't taking his job unless it's an injury. So he's got the runway of the entire year, and there's 17 games in the schedule. Yep, I like that. And with the belief of this coaching staff, where everything is, he should by virtue have a career year. If he plays in the majority of the games and there's no Russell Wilson around here breathing down his neck, how could he not have a career year? It would be whatever. Now, we may not get 1,100 yards rushing, which was the second most rushing yards of any quarterback in NFL history. Okay, maybe that part won't be career year, but the passing numbers certainly should be. And the projections on rushing will be the most historic rushing season we've ever seen here as Jet fans. So, yes, I'm completely buying that. Absolutely. Oh, Alon. BG, you have a better chance of having a wedding ring than the Jets have of a legit Super Bowl ring. Oof. Oh, God. Good Lord. Way to cut deep, pal. Wow. And that's also true, Alon. I mean, right on top of those picks I just mentioned, which is true. These are the Jets' official picks for next year: a first, a second, a fourth, and 4 sixes. There is the comp picks, which also I forgot about, obviously. Reddick currently projects to be a 4, but there is a chance it's a 5, and then I was right the whole time. But I actually prefer it's a 4. I'm not right with this 5 trade, but that's neither here nor there. And you could get a couple other ones too. So we'll keep an eye out for that because there's Conklin and a couple other comp picks. It's a complicated formula, so I don't want to set your expectations. Oh, it's going to be this, and it's this. So there's playing time percentages in some of these too, which can affect things. But yes, the Jets are going to get some additional picks from the comp pick machine. Comp bingo. Jets Worldwide says the average male life expectancy is 74 for all you Namath curse believers. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Oh, I thought you just meant people living to see it, not the Namath curse thing. Jesus, man. I don't root for any of that. He's our king. Absolutely. Hey, major love. Yeah, there you go. For those with the purple crown thing on YouTube and trying to see where you place, if you hit the crown, it tells you the XP, which are the points that you're building up from each. Again, it resets after each show, so you have a new chance to be the purple crown king or whatever. Yeah, so for sure. Also, here's another thing, folks. If you're coming to the Jets-Cowboys tailgate, you should have received an email from me last night as I'm coming around to collect moolah with the deadline approaching from the New York Jets. So, guys, make sure you check your emails, okay, and tell me either way whether you're in, you're out, or, how we can move forward with collecting payment. We've received payment from a bunch of people. that are coming to the tailgate, and thank you so much. But we're collecting the payment for the rest. So please make sure you check your emails. Please and thank you. Keep it simple, RC. Hey, BG, what impact, if any, will Aaron Glenn's no-nonsense approach have on the win-loss column? That's impossible to say. Now, Aaron, to his credit, said it at one of the press conferences, like, everything's hunky-dory right now, but, like, when adversity hits, that's when you can, make your judgments on me, basically, of what you think I am, because, we're built for this shit and compete, and all, and, hey, you were a player here once. Like, all of that is all good feelings and vibes. I'm not trying to denigrate that, but, like, if we're 0-3 and Aaron Glenn is like, hey, it's this, like, how he responds to the inevitable adversity that's going to come in some way, whether it's by injury, by hook or crook, losing streak, painful loss, whatever, we'll get a better sense of that. So it's impossible to say. Incel Lon says, kind of Long has a bright future ahead of him. He will replace Jake in 5 years as the top guy. Hey, if he does, that's good for our business. So salute to Connor. He's been killing it. Floor Lily and Big D. How about a double wedding during the tailgate? Lazard's and the Esden. Sure. Yeah, that'll save us money on all that. Yeah, that'd be funny. Sure. That'd be hilarious. Again, people were pretty nasty in the comments section, but that was neither here nor there on the Alan Lazard post. Let me catch up here. Oh, there you go. For Lillian Big D says, I need a few more raffles, baby. Every time I get a super check coming in here, $9.99. I hear from the Datas. Wow. Let's go. We got to update the raffle sheet here. A couple of things here. First off, I'd like to give a shout out to J-Boy, who, while we were doing our live Knicks show yesterday, hopefully you guys are enjoying all this new additional content. He gifted a raffle ticket, so thank you so much. So, J-Boy, real quick, you're up to 251 raffle tickets this month. Again, today is your last opportunity for raffle tickets, so I just want to make sure that all of you guys are aware of that. For Lily, by the way, you're $1 away from another raffle ticket based on your previous Super Chat combination. So you're now up to 76, but you're $1 away from reaching 77. And today is your last opportunity to add to that particular pile. So just keep that in mind before the end of today's show. Also, give a shout out to anyone else who's $1 away so they can take full advantage of it. But here's our leaderboard. J-Boy, 251 raffle tickets for Lillian Big D, 76, Drake Correa, 70, Indy Jet, 63, A-Step, 10, 51. Today is your last day to submit raffle tickets. And your raffle tickets and what you're competing for are these lovely prizes. Throw them up on the screen. A commemorative game coin from the New York Jets. All right, a full-size signature football autographed by the whole team last year. Both those items will go to a lucky individual. We will draw that winner tomorrow on the show, probably with Pop in the second half of the show. Now, I will be in some other location. I'm going to be moving a couple of times between New Hampshire and Massachusetts, so I will ship you guys this when I get back, but we will draw that winner tomorrow. So, long story short, today is your last day for raffle tickets. They are $2.99 a pop. You can join the Boy Green Coffee Club in the YouTube description down below. It's also the pinned comment right now, but we're about to open up the phone line. So the safest place to find it is in the YouTube description down below. Join our YouTube membership group. Become a fan. Become a Boy Green Coffee Club member. You get a loyalty badge. You get access to all our custom emojis from Jets Worldwide. Of course, you get access to our Discord channel. We're talking Jets and setting up fantasy football leagues and all kinds of other fun jazz. So make sure you guys take full advantage of that. You get gift channel memberships. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the money sign. Final option is gift channel memberships. Gift as many as you'd like. Every one you gift is a raffle ticket. And, of course, just like for Lily did here, super chats and comments also get you involved from that perspective. So he said he needed a few more raffles, and he has a few more raffles. Here's some other people. Thank you for Lily and Big D for this. J-Boy, he's $1 away from another raffle ticket. EZ is $1 away from another raffle ticket. I already mentioned for Lily. Let me see who else. NC Green, if you're out there, you're $1 away from another raffle ticket. Hennessy Heisman's $1 away from a raffle ticket. Who else is in the $2 club? Dan, the Jets fan, 21, you're $1 away. Dick Chimney's Burner, you're $1 away. Dylan Terraman, you're $1 away. Take flight, Eric. You're $1 away. How about them Jets? Dollar bills. Haven't seen dollar bills in a while. Yeah, all of you guys are $1 away, which means that at some previous point you submitted $2 worth of super chats or some combination of anything. You're $1 away from each picking up an additional raffle ticket. And again, today's your last day to do it, so I just want to make sure completely transparent here from that perspective on the people coming in. But pour one out for Fleur Lily, baby. Yes, let's go. All right, let me catch up on the comment section. Then we'll open up the phone lines here in just a moment. All right. Okay, boom. We're all caught up. There's Dick Chimney's burner. Okay, he just got himself a Raffle, baby. Thank you, Dick Chimney's burner. You're in.
Wow.
And let me make sure I find you here on our sheet. Beautiful. Okay, you just doubled your raffle tickets for the month. You got 2 raffle tickets. Thank you, Dick Chimney's burner. You are in, baby. You're in with 2 raffle tickets. Excellent work. Want to make sure you guys get your full advantage for people that are coming in. Very nice. Hey now, Leonardo Santos with a 1999 super chat. Hey now.
Wow.
Boom shakalaka. Okay, we're raining from the high heavens. That one, when you get a 1999, that we need a little extra. Thank you, Leonardo. Appreciate you, brother. All right, let's see. Where are you at this month on your raffle contributions? Here we go. Beautiful. Well, Leonardo Santos, you're another one that is now one more $1 away from an additional raffle ticket on top of the rest. So very nice. You now have 10 raffle tickets on the month. And again, you're $1 away from another one based on your previous super chat combinations, baby. So beautiful. Let's put you up there. 10 raffle tickets for Leonardo Santos and $1 away from another. Booyah. There you go. Let's ride, baby. Let's ride. The juices are flowing today. We love to see it. Also, if we get some memberships flowing, I'll gift another 5 here on the show today. For Lillian Big D saying, hey, give me an and one opportunity. Going to the cup. I love it. You got to respect it.
Wow.
Okay, let's add that one to Fleur Lily and Big D's total. Beautiful, very nice. And now we're 77. 7-7 action for for Lily. Beautiful. All right, let's add that. Let's update the banner there. And for Lily in second place, baby. You love to see it. Beautiful. All right, nice. Keep it rolling, baby. Toot, toot. There you go. Let's roll. Leonardo Santos says, hey, take one of these instead. A 5-pack combination. Hey now.
Wow.
There we go, baby. Hell yeah. You love to see it. Come on, Woody. Nice. Leonardo Santos, $5 super chat coming in here on the program. We see you, Leonardo. You are kicking some Patuki, brother. Very nice. Good work. Okay, that gives you another 2 raffle tickets. All right, you're up to 12 raffle tickets on the month so far. Well, let's go, baby. Okay, let's keep it raining from the high heavens. Nice. Boom shakalaka. All right. Again, today, folks, is your last day for raffle tickets. Continue to send them in. Super chats, memberships, and things of that nature. Now let's do this. It's also Game 6 tonight. Indiana Pacers and the New York Knicks. I'm very much looking forward to seeing where all that goes. However, let's hit up the phone lines. Hip, timeout, more Boy Green Daily after this.
Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Talking Jets football, man. Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. New York Jets Football Club. Offense, defense, special teams, watch Jets football with Boy Green. J-E-T-S, Jets. Let's go.
Let's go, baby. The phone lines are now open. That is the pinned comment on youtube.com/boygreen25. You'd like to call into the program. If you're just joining us, we're having people coming in and out. I have made a strong case that the New York Jets should bring back home John Franklin Myers, strike a trade with the Denver Broncos. There's all kinds of details in our article in the YouTube description down below. Whether you agree or disagree, you guys can feel free to call in to talk about that or any other things. Again, with Knicks Pacers tonight, perhaps some Jets action, the tailgate coming up. All material is on the table, baby. So we will see. I see Jared B is asking about June 1 cuts. Again, we will see. That is happening around the league. And obviously a surge of money coming to the Jets on June 2nd. That'll be $22.7 million and change. So the Jets are going to be getting some additional cap space, which should launch them even higher up in the league. We'll keep an eye on that. Let's go to the phone lines. EZD joins us here on the program.
Good morning. I
wow.
just, if you could check, I just Zelled you the money.
All right, let's take a gander here. All right.
First time I ever sent Zell through an email address, but it worked. Apparently.
Okay. Oh, great. Okay. All right. Let me take a gander here. All right. All right. I'll do that here in a second. But sure. What else is on your mind, Easy? Also, when I'm pulling this up to confirm.
I was reading something that Aaron Rodgers wants to wear number 12 if he plays for Pittsburgh, which is what a slap in the face to Terry Bradshaw.
I wonder. Let me see.
Retired.
They haven't.
They haven't retired his number. They only retired this one guy from like the 50s and 60s. And then they retired, of course, Franco Harris and Mean Joe Green. They only got 3 numbers retired.
Wow. I would have never guessed that. Yeah, I see that. Ernie Stoutner is the guy you're talking about. That's not Mean Joe Green or Franco Harris. Wow, they only have 3. That's surprising.
Crazy.
But that would be a funny way to say, hey, fuck you, Bradshaw. For Bradshaw to say, hey, it's a joke that we're even chasing this guy. And Aaron's like, hey, you want to see a joke? I'm taking your number. That would be a real dick move. Yeah.
It's so petty. That's what they said in the thing, that A-Rod can be very petty and childish.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That very much looks like it. So
I personally can't understand like a guy like Mike Tomlin would even consider wanting to have this guy in the team based on what he's seen in the past, especially right now. I mean, this is OTAs and minicamp and all. And where is he? He has no idea. He hasn't even looked at the playbook yet. I mean, I know he's experienced and shit, but I'm sure the playbook is like 1,000% different from whatever Mike Tomlin has.
Yeah, right now, by the way, just for your Zell comment, I don't see anything in here yet. So I will, or you or I will keep you posted on any updates for that. But I don't see anything currently.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you'll just send me an email.
Yeah, right. So, yeah, but right now I don't see anything in there, even anything pending from that matter. But yes, it is my email, Paul, A the letter ESDEN, JR@gmail.com. That is my Zell. Easy. Oh. Easy just froze. Easy. Actually, I just got speaking of Easy, I really appreciate this conversation. Hey, Easy, don't say anything if you think I'm the greatest New York Jets content creator of Oh, stop it, Easy. Stop it. You're such a gentleman. He crapped out. By the way, it was Easy's back. Easy, I just got a notification that it was unable to deliver the money that you sent. So it did not work, apparently. Easy.
Oh,
there you are. Yeah. So there you go. Sure. Yeah. Let's go.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, loud and clear. Yeah, I just got an email that it did not work. Whatever you tried to do, Zell-wise.
Yeah, there's a big delay. So there's a big delay. Let me try this again. Hold on. I'll contact you right back.
Okay. Sounds good. Wow. So there you go. Excellent. All right, let's great. I apparently froze him. I guess that's what happened. There you go. You guys are so funny. Dave Brigham is Easy preparing quiche. That I'm unaware of. Quiche. Booby says that because he has to pay that Zell phone. Hey now. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But whatever he tried to do, it did not work. But again, another reminder. Hep says we had a tough time sending as well. So, in all seriousness, easy jokes aside, Zell has been very inconsistent. Now, I will say DNY for Life was able to Zell a large amount because he has multiple people coming, and that was successful. He tried it with a smaller amount, and then he tried it, and then I said, "Oh, it worked." And they tried it with a bigger amount, and then it went through eventually. So yeah. So sometimes I just got to like bang on the TV, smack it around a little. I don't know, but it has worked for other people. So that's the good news, is that it has worked in the past. So fingers crossed there. All right, I believe we have EZ back.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Yeah, a lot of times it has to work through the phone number. So
Okay, well,
so that's how it
I
works
will
with
just
with
tell
my
you that it
thing.
has worked with the email. The email a lot of people have been using. So
It said it sent, but then now you're saying it didn't go. So
yeah, it
I will
bounced. It
have
said,
to.
"Hey, we were unable to deliver it. We've returned the money to EZ." Yeah, that's what the
Well,
email
then
says
if it
here.
went to the right place, why were they unable to? Maybe I could call the bank and have them. Uh, I mean, if you,
Yeah.
there's one other way to do it, but I don't know if you
Okay.
want to do it. But
Okay.
if you wanted to do it, if you just text me your phone number, it'll work that way all the time. But I don't know. You don't worry, I'm not going to be freaking stalking you or anything stupid. I
Well,
just want
that's
to
good to
like.
know.
I mean, I think for you anyway, about 3 to 5 minutes is enough for me anyway. So
Jets Worldwide says just try turning your Zelle on and off, and then try again. See if that works.
try turning it on and off. Well, it's
Yeah.
on my Wells Fargo app,
Okay.
so it's not like I use it through just the Zelle app. It's works through my Wells Fargo account.
And that's it works. Zelle works the same way through my bank account. So yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
what bank do
see.
you have? Oh, never
Navy
mind. You don't have to
Federal.
tell me that.
Oh, was I not supposed to say that out loud? But either way, I guess I did. Navy Federal. I'm a Navy Federal guy.
Yeah, because Zelle is connected with all that stuff. That's
Correct. Right.
I
So
don't
it's easy
I don't
peasy.
have.
Yeah.
Someone told me I should start using Venmo, but you have to be
That.
careful when you send through Venmo because you have to send it on the gift line, not on the business line, or they automatically tax it.
Oh yeah, they take a massive fee out of it. So yeah, that's another option if you prefer that. Feel free. It is PayPal or Venmo. That's it. The
Or I could,
instructions are in the email. So
if all else fails, I could send you a $300 super chat. But how much percentage do they take out of that?
30%.
Fuck that! I am not giving you $330.
Yeah,
Love you,
right.
Paul,
Yeah.
but I ain't give. But I'll love you an extra $30 for
And
it.
to be honest, even the 330 wouldn't work, right? Because then they would take a 30% out of that too. So it
Oh
would be 30.
God,
Yeah.
yeah.
So right. So that wouldn't. But either way, we'll figure it out. Philium said you could send a check, so we'll figure that out too.
Well, just text me however you want to do it. If we could try it through your phone number or something, or some kind of thing like that. I don't know.
All right, we'll communicate over email. Easy. We'll get back to that for sure. All right, let's go to another call here. Hep here on the show. What's up, Hep?
Hey, Paul. Yeah, I had a little trouble with that.
Yeah.
Well, we were trying to get that, but I wanted to hit that right away. As far as JFM goes, I really believe in this kid. I mean, I heard the press conference the other day. Did you get a chance to hear that
With who?
with JFM? I mean, not JFM. JF7.
Oh, Justin Fields. Oh, yes. I heard his full press conference. Absolutely.
Yeah, I really like the way this kid talks. He's really, he says, I'm not going to get too high. I'm not going to get too low. I'm just here. I believe in the guys, and he chats up everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You can see he's a little bit weary. You can see he's a little bit like, he's waiting for these guys to like, the piranhas to attack in the tank,
Because I'm sure he's heard horrific stories. Hell, even Aaron Rodgers talked about the stories that he heard that like people warned him, like, "Hey, man, sure, Wisconsin media, Justin Fields, sure, Chicago, Pittsburgh, but New York, pal, you're going to be getting it," is what they all say. So I'd be freaking weary too of like making sure you're on your toes a little bit, but hopefully, and that's what is really going to happen here. And I would imagine this for players is at first, right? You have your guard up. You're like, these New York bastards, and then you see the same people every day. the Ritzaminis, Connor Hughes, Brian Costello, all these people every day, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, okay, these are the people that are the big bad media, and then hopefully there's a comfortability there. I hope.
Yeah, me too. I'm thinking that we'll be great with this kid, and I believe Glenn really believes in him. He believes in his
Yes.
skill set, and with Aaron Glenn in your corner, that's someone good to have in your corner. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But like you said, we don't know much. We don't know much about these guys, but during practice, we've seen some really beautiful throws. The kid really has a rifle. I think in one play he was running right, and Garrett Wilson was running left, and he hit him almost right on the on the out of bounds
And he
mark.
did it on the move too. Like, oh boy, like there are flashes of like, wow. And we haven't even seen him in a game yet. So I mean, yeah, it's incredibly tantalizing.
Yeah, I mean that's really rips the heart out of a defense when you get everything covered. You do really good, and then
Backbreaking.
the quarterback goes right up the middle for 20 yards. You go, God damn it! Like what
Yeah.
are we, it really
And
is
he's not
frustrating.
just a speedy little guy. Like he's
Oh no,
listed, and we're about to get another update on this. He's listed at 6'3", 227 pounds, but ahead of mandatory minicamp, which is June 10th through the 12th. A few days before that, I believe that's on like June 8th. They have to do updated physicals, and so we should on the New York Jets roster website get updated weights for everybody, right? Like Will McDonald. People are speculating, oh, is he like 250-ish or this or that? We will know on that
yeah.
date after they update it. Same thing for Fields. So that'll be really interesting.
Well, it's like when we play Josh Allen and he does that crap to us.
Oh,
he runs up the middle. Hey, guess
annoying.
what? We're going to be dealing a little bit of that out now.
Yeah. Suck on this. Yeah. We've got one of those now. Yeah,
Exactly.
that'll be nice. Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
I appreciate it, Hap. Thank you so much. Yes. By the way, if anyone has any problems with any of their finances, they can reach out to me via email. As opposed to spilling out all your potential business here on the show. Just reach out to me over email. We can communicate and try to figure out any problems that you have. But again, PayPal, Venmo, Zelle. We've got a lot of different ways we can figure this out. And as Philip said earlier, you can mail a check. Feel free to do that, I suppose. It's another way to do it. Yeah. Get a pigeon carrier. Tie it to the leg of a pigeon and see if it can eventually get here and whisper in its ear, Point Green. Maybe that'll help. I'm not sure. But either way, appreciate you. All righty. A-Step 10, shout out to Arthur Sojka. Good morning, BG and the Coffee Club. I responded to your email. That sounds like a question, not a statement. So I don't know how to answer that, but I will get back to you. Thanks, A-Step. Anywho, let's go to the phone lines. Scotty on the big day. What's up, Scotty?
Another recommendation made by the callers is, the people in the chat room is just post your social security number. I'm sure everybody on this platform would be very happy to hear.
Yeah,
So
there you go.
that's a possibility. So BG, I love the take on JFM.
Mm-hmm.
On both sides of the ball, we're missing two things. JFM gives us such positional flexibility because he can go inside and rush the passer or be on the edge, as the third edge rusher. There is history. We brought back Demario Davis, so there's a possibility with JFM.
Of course.
And I love your concept. I mean, they are boys, Muji and Patton, and there's no way they can sign all of their defensive linemen. So that would be a home run. They can kind of tout that they won the trade, which is fine with me. I could care less. But JFM is such a great bring back, and I love your take on it. So we're going to have 3 more comp picks, like you said. So, we'll have at least another 5th rounder, with all the 6 rounders we're getting. So I don't think that's an issue. Definitely can make the trade. On the offensive side of the ball, I think we all agree we need another wide receiver. Right now it's by committee. So to me, the 2 areas we got to focus on is we need a JFM-like defensive lineman.
Yep.
He gives us, outside and inside rush capability. So I love that one because there's just so much there. And we have a track record. And then, I'm just going to keep screaming for Keenan Allen. I think Keenan Allen is Brandon Marshall 2.0. So those are my 2 guys. Who are yours?
Who are my guys? Well, and are these only external?
Well, you love Clowney. I know you said you love Clowney, right? So would he be your number 1? Is he your first choice, or is JFM?
Golly,
preferable?
that's That's a good
'Cause
question.
JFM has more flexibility inside, right? Clowney's more of an outside dude.
Correct. And obviously, with Clowney, you just pay him a bag of money. With JFM, you got to trade for him. So,
Yeah, true.
um,
True.
yeah, that's a good point. And then you make compelling cases every time you're on the show about a receiver and how important that would be. So, what's more likely?
Please don't say Amari Cooper. Like I know
No,
people
no,
have.
I'm not. But I'm
He's-
just saying, what's more likely? A receiver. So, like, put all free agents that are outside the building right now outside. What's more likely? A Jets receiver on this team suddenly becoming something that we didn't expect, or someone on the defensive line becoming something we don't expect. To me, I think it would be more surprising if a receiver suddenly burst out of nowhere. I could see a defensive lineman under Aaron Glenn and everybody popping, and we're like, oh, okay. So, with my assessment I just said, that would mean that a free agent wide receiver is more important, or
Yeah.
trade, I guess, because we talked about that possibility, I guess. But adding a receiver seems to be more important because I am less convinced that Tyler Johnson, Arian Smith, Xavier Gibson, who I wrote a piece about last night, or Josh Reynolds or Alan Lazard suddenly is going to pop on the scene. We're like, oh, receiver problem solved. So I guess I would be leaning more towards your receiver cauldron.
So there's two. Look, there's going to be a lot of cuts. So, like you said, we'll scour the waiver wires, and that's to be determined. But there are two teams that are very similar in terms of a trade, and that is the Green Bay Packers because they have a plethora of wide receivers. I mean, they've got too many wide receivers. Somebody's got to go. I think Dobbs is the guy. If we're going to make a trade, that's like a fifth rounder. But they can't sign everybody. They got like 7 wide receivers. So somebody's got to go there. And the same with Denver. Like your assessment on that is like 100% spot on. They've got to let somebody go. And JFM is not one of their guys. I mean, they made a trade for him. He had a great year. So they would look so good. I mean, especially, if they get a better, pick back and at the same time, they trade him back to the Jets. There's a relationship there. So those are my two, that I'm looking at. If they don't sign Keenan Allen, maybe Dobbs. But I would love JFM. I just don't think Clowney, yes, they got to pay him a lot of money. He's too old. I don't think that's a fit for the Jets,
Yeah, that's fair. I don't think it will be either, especially age wise. I think that's going to be a big hiccup. So what about tonight, Game 6?
So look, this is my feeling about it, and it's going to be hard. Look, the Pacers have given the Knicks everything that they could, handle. I mean, the Pacers, I'm not taking anything away from them, but I said if the Knicks steal this game, there is no way in God's green earth that they're beating the Knicks at home. So they have to win today. I like our chances. I don't, we're definitely not a majority favorite. It's definitely less than 50%. They're going to have to bring their A game, and if they do. Big body Brunson at the Garden in Game 7. How epic is that going to be? But
come on.
Either way, man, come on. The Mets had a great year. They didn't win the World Series. I just was enjoying the whole year last year. And that's how I feel about the Knicks. I listen to all the hatred that is spewed my way, but that's okay. I want them to win. I hope they're going to win. But if they don't, it's still a great year. You just got to love the way this team plays. I mean, you got to give them credit for that. And if you don't, you're not a basketball fan.
Yeah, while I get it, expectations change because we were having this debate. I can't remember if it was on that Knicks live show or it was on my radio show. Because like some Knicks fans have said, if the Knicks don't do whatever they're going to do this year, like progress beyond where they are right now, like go to the NBA Finals or win the championship or something, that this season's a failure. And I'm like, I guess I understand how expectations change, and you started here and you went here. But if I would have told you before the year that the Knicks would have done this, NBA Finals, would have done this, Eastern Conference Finals, for the first time in a quarter century, how could you not possibly embrace what that is? And again, the key is not being complacent. You don't go to this offseason, you pat yourself on the back. Cool. We were in the conference finals. Sweet. Like now. Like, okay, we're here. How do we get here? That should be, the mentality.
I grew up with I played on a number of sports teams. So there's this kid named Billy. He's not a kid anymore. He's an old guy, but he was our third baseman. Big, Yankee fan. And to him, it's what you just said. Like, if they don't win the World Series, it's a failure. But then you're basically saying Aaron Judge is a failure. And I'm sorry, he's not. He's just one of the best players in baseball. So for me, look, do I want to win a championship? Of course. This would be a great year to do it. OKC is going to be tremendously difficult for whether it's the Knicks or the Pacers. But I don't know, man. I've just enjoyed every aspect of this year. The Knicks are a fun team to root for. There's no other player in the league like Jalen Brunson. The man has given up $100 million. Tell me any other superstar who has done that. There is none. And, they're going to have to make trades. I mean, if they don't win it this year, that means the team, doesn't have everything that it needs. But like I told you, if Dante DiVincenzo was coming off the bench, this is a totally different team. They had to trade him because of the money situation. I realized that. But he was a guy we just couldn't lose. I mean, he's just so amazing.
Good
so,
kid.
Yeah. So that's my take. BG, bring out those sound effects and the leprechaun energy. I need your help tonight, man. When
I'll
I'm
be
watching the
watching.
game, I'm thinking that my Boston Celtics buddy is doing his part.
I will be there. I will be there in spirit. So Scotty, we'll be rooting for it, pal. I'll be in the New England area. I'm not sure exactly where I'm going tonight because I think I'm in one place and I'm going to another place. I don't know. Really, it's asking my fiance. She knows what we're doing. I have no idea. I just sort of I'm there going, sure, yeah, yeah. That's basically it. If I'm being honest. Yeah. Well, everybody, 400 people in the room. Like the video, hit subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. We're streaming live on my Facebook page, @BoyGreen25, my Twitter page, @BoyGreen25, and obviously here on YouTube, @BoyGreen25 as well. I think this is where we're going to call it a show. Like I said, I'm about to hit the road for some long travel. Appreciate it. I get a couple of shout-outs. Connor Long. Apparently, according to ESPN NFL insider Jeremy Fowler, who told Connor Long this as he was filling in for Jake Asman on the Jake Asman Show, the Jets have made initial contract offers to both Sauce Gardner and Garrett Wilson, which is the first step of this process. So amazing news there. Excellent. So shout out to Connor Long. First off, shout out to everyone that's been gifting today. For Lily and Big D, Dick Chimney's Burner, Leonardo Santos, for Lily, Leonardo Santos again. Here's this. Actually, before we go, let me do this. Let me give some memberships. Let's end it with a bang. Let me do this. 1 second here. Let's go. Let's give some memberships. No, I don't want to poll. Thank you very much. Okay. All right. Let's do this. Booyah. Let's send them out. Let's give out 5 memberships right now, baby. Boom. Boom shakalaka. Hell yeah. Let's go. Let's end the month with a bang. 5 Boy Green Coffee Club memberships to the people. You, baby. 5 memberships or more. We hit them with a little energy, some good vibes.
Number 44.
Woo! 44, that's me!
Get some cold cuts. Get some cold cuts. Get some cold cuts.
Woo! Give me some!
All right, let's read these 5 members to the Boy Green Coffee Club. Pour one out for the people. Jameel Haywood, Anthony, Pete's Takes, Pissed Off Grandpa. Alrighty. Joey R. You guys all receive Boy Green Coffee Club memberships. Pour one out, baby. Thank you guys so much for supporting the show. It's a little piece I can do for you guys. Thank you. And yeah, this show's awesome. Love doing it. Salute. Thank you, everyone, for supporting. I want to try to give out some memberships every month to give back to you guys. You guys kill it and allow me to do what I do. If you guys do gift any memberships throughout the rest of today, that is PayPal or Venmo @BoyGreen25, and let me know in the notes section that's for the contest. If not, then whatever the totals are right now, and I appreciate it for anyone that has gifted so far this month. Again, we'll reveal that winner on the show tomorrow. We'll do the random wheel of names, and we'll select that winner, and then when I come back here to the beautiful state of New York, we'll ship that out immediately to get it in your hands. That is commemorative game coin. Right here, baby. Let's go. Here's the nice little coin. Comes with a certificate of authenticity. Beautiful. Here we go. Yeah, nice. I want to keep this personally, but, I'm a man of the people, and you guys get to get this, which is pretty cool. Certificate of authenticity. This is a sweet-ass item. And then the signature football's awesome. That's great for the man cave. So, hey, salute to whoever wins that tomorrow. Good luck. I love doing these giveaways every month. It's cool to see all the excitement and the pictures when those go around. So, hey now. That is friggin' sweet. So I hope you guys enjoy. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. Boy Green Daily's hitting the road, baby. We will, again, continue to do all our normal Boy Green Daily shows. Tomorrow we'll have NFL insider Matt Lombardo on. We'll also have my pop on. If you have any questions for our NFL insider ahead of time, again, he's only going to be with us the first 30 minutes, so you guys won't be able to call in and ask a question. If you're on the Discord, go to # Paul Sack. That is where you can submit mailbag questions for Matt Lombardo. So if you have questions or anything about the New York Jets or anything NFL related, again, # Paul Sack on Discord. You can submit all your questions there from Lombardo. That's another perk of being a Boy Green Coffee Club member, where you can ask questions to our guests. Make sure you guys take full advantage. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. I appreciate y'all, and we'll see you tomorrow for Boy Green Daily. And thank you for all the kind words for safe travels. We're hitting the road, and more coming up here on the show. Thanks, everybody. Peace, and go Knicks.